Hello and welcome back, fellas. Well, there are... how can I say it? Well, first of all, gotta apologize for not putting up a video yesterday. It was a weird day. Okay, it was not a weird day. I'm capping. I'm capping hard. It was a normal day, which I kinda fucked up on my own circumstances and like external ones. I don't know, I fucked up. What? The shit is on me. Anyways, there's not much to talk about actually. I did some, the thing that was the most important yesterday was me not accepting my dad's... I didn't accept his inheritance because most likely the guy was in debt and I am not getting more bills on my plate. That ain't happening, honey. Ain't no way, Jose. Because I have my own bills to pay. I have my own debt to pay out of because I was a dumbass in my earlier life, in my, like, a couple of years ago. So I'm trying to get my shit together. I hope it works. And yeah, you know, I did that. Now I do need to make some calls to let them know. Like, I got the first time. That's like the wildest story of this whole my dad is dead arc. Is not the first time I got noticed. A notice that my dad died was actually not from the state itself, but from an animal home, an animal shelter, because apparently he had a cat, and that cat had been sheltered there for like a good amount, for like 2 weeks, and they sent me a letter. Yeah, so since you're the most likely inheritance, we want you to pay $400 to get this cat for the shelter we gave this cat, and we want you to take the cat. And I was like, oh, excuse me? My dad died? Like, what kind of... how the fuck am I... why am I getting the message like that? Like, from an animal shelter. And yeah, so I talked about it yesterday. That I don't have to... I didn't accept the inheritance, so I don't have to take back the cat. I don't have to pay for the cat. I also don't have to, like, take stuff out from the place he was living at. So I'm also good on that front. I swear to God, I would be if sparkling water wasn't a thing, I would be drinking less water in my life. Because this shit's it. Sparkling water, god thing. It gives an extra flavor palette, or however you say it, to the water, which is like... I like carbonated stuff anyways, so drinking sparkling water just hits the right spot for me. And yeah, so let's stop with the jibber jabber. I know why you're here. I know why I'm doing this. And that is for the simple living art style. And one more thing. I recorded... I did a little bit of a intro. And I hope that it isn't... that it's not dog shit. I hope it looks good. If I like cut it in perfectly, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, yesterday we talked about organizing your desk, since a clean workplace means a clean work ethic, means a better work being done. Anyways. Now this is something... the next one, I can already read the title. It's not something for me. I'm just gonna read it to you. Just the title. make a delicious cup of coffee. I'm not a coffee guy. I don't like drinking coffee. But let's begin. Obviously it's not just drink coffee. It's not just that. It's always has a little bit of a deeper meaning to it. Anyways, make a delicious cup of coffee. The happiness to be found in taking your time. When we eliminate effort, we eliminate life's pleasure. I really need to put in more effort. What do you do when you want a cup of coffee? If you're at home, you turn on the coffee maker. Or if you're out, you buy a cheap cup of coffee. They are both perfectly natural. But imagine a different scenario. First, you go out into the woods and collect firewood. You make a fire, boil the water, as you grind the coffee beans and look up at the sky and say, "What a beautiful day." Coffee brewed this way is likely to taste much better than coffee from a machine. The reason why, perhaps, is because each step in the process has been brought to life. Collecting firewood, starting the fire, grinding the beans. There is nothing extraneous in any of these actions. I don't know if I said that right. I have no idea. This is the first time I read that word. Not the first time. Second time maybe. Because I already was in the chapter before. And anyways. That is what I call living. Life requires time and effort. That is to say, when we eliminate time and effort, we eliminate life's pleasure. Every so often, experience the flip side of convenience. Yeah, that was part 7. It's the same thing. You can't practically do this with any kind of... well, you can't really... I don't know how you will make like your own carbonated drinks. So I guess it can't apply to every single type of like food or beverage. But I do get the idea behind it. Obviously, time and effort goes hand in hand with well, I don't know where I'm going with this. No, the one thing I like to say is you can't enjoy one thing without experiencing the other. That basically means I talked with my friend about that. Like when it was snowing, it was cold outside. When it's cold, I usually never button up my jacket. I usually leave it open in the front and just walk around like that. And I got to talk with my friend like, oh yeah, I actually do like I enjoy the cold wind because like weather like this makes you appreciate like cold weather hitting. Of course, I also like the nice refreshing feeling of like cold wind hitting your face, waking you up, experience the moment. But it also makes you appreciate the warmth you get in like the summertime. You can appreciate you appreciate the other because you appreciate warmth. Sorry, you appreciate warmth because cold exists. That's the same thing here. Similar, right? You appreciate you would appreciate a self-made coffee more because you put time into it, and you know. No, wait. I hate that. I hate when my it's like 5 minutes and my Bildschirm turns off. You appreciate convenience coffee more when you start doing each and separate step of making a coffee. Obviously, self-made coffee will most likely taste better because you put in effort, but you appreciate convenience because you know how hard it is something when you don't have the convenience. Obviously, both of these things are extremely valuable. You appreciate convenience because you know how hard it is to make something yourself. You appreciate something self-made because you know how a little bit bland or not as much not as rewarding it is when it's convenient to do, like making yourself a coffee with a coffee maker. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it makes sense. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. I'm extremely bad expressing my thoughts. So also one of the biggest reasons why I'm doing this, to better express my thoughts. And I hope you understand. And I'll see you in a couple of hours when I do the next one for actually today's video. Oh, whoa. Hello? Oh shit. Hello!